All right, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, may I have your attention, please? As most of you know, on March 17th, we had devastating news. Our referee, one of the referees who is supposed to be here tonight, and one of our good friends, Sean Patrick O'Brien, had passed away unexpectedly. And so tonight, we're going to dedicate the event to his memory, and we're going to pay tribute with an event I know he would be proud of. Sean O'Brien was nearly everybody's friend. If you met him, he's your buddy. And we're really going to miss him, and I know what most of us wouldn't give for one more fist bump and hug for the road from Sean O'Brien. Tonight, we have kind of an ad hoc donation in the corner. Corey over there in the corner is collecting donations. If you want to give, we'll be donating to his immediate family. He was a father. He was very proud of his family. And we're going to miss you. We're going to miss you, Sean. So please remain silent as we toll the bell 10 times in honor of our good friend, the best, referee Sean O'Brien. We love you, Sean. Thank you very much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, in just a few moments, we need to switch gears again because we need you really loud. We're going to need you to be as loud as when the Battlehawks won yesterday. Big. Yeah, NSTL City SC, yeah, hell yeah. Tonight's about St. Louis. We're going to do Sean proud, and I can't wait. Good. We are live on Fight from the historic South Broadway Athletic Club in Soulard, St. Louis. DB Sports Bar and Glory Pro Wrestling present Kaka Clear to Engage. Your opening contest is set for one fall and is a
Welcome inside the South Broadway Athletic Club for Glory Pro Wrestling. It's Reed Duffy, so pleased and proud to be back here on the call.
Blair, Onyx.
Woo, almost stepped on Ben there. Blair Onyx, first lady out for this four-way contest, returning again to Glory Pro Wrestling. Last time out at Anniversary 6, she and Jody Threat lost a hard-fought tag team match to the Wasteland War Party. She has also claimed the RCCW Heartbreakers Championship. She's held that title for 408 days in River City Championship Wrestling, so no stranger to big match styles for Blair Onyx, the 6-year pro. And yeah, she frightens Ben.
Next, from St. Louis, Missouri, she
She is the Versace of violence, Nixi XS.
The Versace of violence, Nixi XS, making her Glory Pro Wrestling debut. Out of St. Louis, so she's right at home to do it. She gives up a ton of experience to the other three in the matchup, but can a little bit of that energy coming out to begin your run here in Glory Pro drive her on to victory, as the next two are no strangers to one another. And while Blair Onyx and Nixi XS are in this matchup, but the final two competitors, they wanted each other once again. Heather Reckless is back.
From Denver, Colorado, the Devil's Little Princess, Heather Reckless.
Heather Reckless knocked off Tootie Lynn at Anniversary 6, the 5-year pro who's been RPW Women's Champion for 106 days. Makes her way through the ropes. And there were some questionable tactics in that victory from Heather Reckless. I will leave it there so I don't get myself in any trouble. And Heather might want to keep an eye out because she's in the ring right now with Blair Onyx and Nixi XS, who both want a victory in this matchup, but Tootie Lynn is about to make her way down, and Tootie Lynn might run Heather Reckless right on out of this building. The former Glory Pro Wrestling Midwest Territory champion. She took that title after the long reign of Rohit Raju. A 7-year pro out of Team Ambition, and the look in the eyes tells the tale.
The Little Blue Dragon,
Tootie Lynn embracing the crowd that absolutely adore her here in St. Louis. An extremely special athlete who has combined martial arts into a wrestling style just seamlessly. And watch out. She makes that look easy. Tootie Lynn getting the adoration of the St. Louis crowd once she turns around and sees Heather Reckless. I'm sure the feelings will come rushing back. And when you hear the crowd, there's no question who they're behind in this one.
This is a four-way.
There you see Blair Onyx, Heather Reckless, Tootie Lynn,
Your referee is
Nixi XS. One fall to a finish. Here to open, clear to engage. And Ben off the top, giving props to the St. Louis Battlehawks, as the city of St. Louis is having a great time on the sports front as of late. And here we go. This is what I was waiting for. Tootie Lynn right after Heather Reckless. Blair and Nixi stand out of the way, and that's a smart idea. Oh, hello. Wow. Left high kick, and Heather Reckless might not know where she is. Nixi XS from the backside puts a forearm into the back of the neck of Tootie Lynn. And Nixi keeps jawing onto the floor, but there's 4 in this matchup, and she just realized that. Blair Onyx is across the ring. Nixi out of the way. Blair cartwheels over. Bit of a rookie mistake, ducked ahead too early and stayed down. Blair Onyx got a count of 2. Nixi over the top of Onyx, who takes the headlock and flips her over. Onyx, oh, the bridge. The neck strength of Blair Onyx is at the next level, and she's going to slide her way out. How does she do that? Whoa. And yeah, Nixi just realized I may have made a mistake. Blair Onyx stalking her over towards the corner. I saw Heather Reckless come over to take a shot, pulling Nixi out of the ring. Oh, into the ring post. And now Heather Reckless taking too much time. Oh, Might have suckered Blair Onyx in just a little bit there, bringing the throat down over the top rope. And Heather Reckless chops down with the forearm to the back of the neck. Heather Reckless is the smallest of the 4 competitors in this matchup, but she makes up for it in how purely vicious she is. Putting her knee over the back of the neck of Blair Onyx, keeping her across that second strand. She, of course, has made an alliance with Rohit Raju and Karam, the Hustle and the Muscle, and they have watched her back here in Glory Pro Wrestling as she has theirs. Hammering away to the chest of Blair Onyx. Snapmare out of the corner. And she'll take the rear chin lock on Onyx. Blair Onyx trying to get back to her feet. Heather Reckless keeping hold of the headlock. A couple shots to the midsection, and then Heather using the hair to bring Blair Onyx back down. I believe Heather threw Tootie Lynn into a post outside the ring, and that's why we haven't seen Tootie Lynn. You may have seen it while Blair Onyx and Nixi XS were in a confrontation over to the right side of the screen earlier on in the matchup, and Tootie Lynn is still trying to make her way back in as Heather Reckless is in complete control right now. Strangling Blair Onyx back with her foot, pushing the chin and the neck through the bottom, in between the bottom and second rope. Sliding the legs out. We've seen this from Heather before, off the ropes. And that face wash with the boot. High impact. Heather stomps her way across the ring, charging in for a cannonball. Hooks the legs, count of 1, 2. Tried to get her in the stack. Nixi XS stepped back in, looking to break up a potential pinfall. And now Nixi. Well, there's a forearm. Heather with one right back. Nixi, if she really wanted to, could back out of range of Heather Reckless and use the length, but he's standing right in there, and that might have been a mistake. Heather steps into her with a series of forearms. Never mind. Kick just leveled Heather Reckless. Vertical suplex set up. Heather trying to put the brakes on. He sees things going poorly and pushes Nixi back to the ropes. I think she went to the eyes of Nixi XS, who's having a little bit of trouble seeing. Moved to the midsection. Oh, and then from a knee, the enziguri. And Heather put that on target, right around behind the ear with the boot. Nixi could be down and out. And I still have not seen Tootie Lynn making any motions to get back to the ring. Oh, now she comes up bottom left. Watch out as Heather goes up. Tootie Lynn might be able to catch her here. You betcha. Uppercut. Right on the mark. Tootie Lynn, second rope on the inside. Not sure if she played a little bit of possum. And oh, Blair Onyx, the preemptive apology. And what is this going to be? Tower of Doom coming up. Heather Reckless from all the way up top. Oh, she got the worst of it. Heather Reckless just got brain bustered onto Nixi XS. Blair Onyx rolling Nixi over. Count of 1, 2. This is not going to be all. Rolls Tootie Lynn over for a count of 2, and that's all she'll get there.
5 minutes left to the match, 5 minutes down.
How in the world did Nixi XS kick out of that? Blair Onyx brought Heather Reckless neck and shoulders down on top of Nixi XS. And now a double tie-up, double Muda lock? Could it be? Yes, it is. Now the only problem here is, does Blair Onyx have the strength with one arm to really be able to get a submission here? And then, what in the world? Heather Reckless with a set of nunchucks to the body of Blair Onyx, and oh boy. Remember when I talked about devious tactics? Yeah, not surprised. Tootie Lynn gets out from under and will block and kick him loose. And now the experts got him. Watch out. Oh, Nixi XS ties up Tootie Lynn for the backside. Has a hold of the little blue dragon. Heather Reckless, roll up. She's got a hold of the trunks. She's got a hold of the trunks. Oh, not again.
6 minutes, 36 seconds. Winner by pinfall, Heather Reckless.
Not again. She's stolen 2 from Tootie Lynn. And Tootie Lynn is shedding blood from the nose. Oh yeah, go get her, go get her. Draper right on out of the state. That's the second time in the last 2 months that Heather Reckless has stolen a pinfall on Tootie Lynn, and I can guarantee you, we have not seen the end of that one yet. Just absolutely disappointing. As we'll head on to our second matchup, and well, this is going to be a clash of literal titans. Jack Draper, Xavier Walker are cleared to engage. Buckle up. This is in the heavyweight category, and it's a big-time clash.
This next contest is set for one fall. Coming to the ring first from Denver, Colorado, weighing 250 pounds, the Mile High Magnum, Jack Draper.
Jack Draper at 6'5", a 12-year veteran, originally from the Performance Center. Returning to Glory Pro for the first time since December 2 as member in 2021. He's got experience in the WWE, ROH, the NWA, AEW, and CMLL. Jack Draper is the world traveler. But if the Mile High Magnum thinks he's coming to St. Louis for an easy time, he's got another thing coming. Because Big Flexi is about to make his way through the curtains.
I mean, handcuffs, time to man up, put my hands up. You saying, bro, cause I'm a black man in the phantom? Or is it cause my windows tinted, car cost $300,000 and I blow endo in it? You mad cause your daughter from me on spring break? Well, I'm still
Big money in the house.
And his opponent from Flint, Michigan, 263 pounds, still officially recognized as a United Glory Tag Team Champion, Big Flexi Xavier Walker.
Xavier Walker. And when you talk about the future of professional wrestling, you're looking at it, the monstrous mountain from Flint. From the home of the Firebirds, and he'll fire up that right hand as he steps into the ring. 6'5" himself. A man who could be playing for the St. Louis Battlehawks. And if that right hand gets loose on Jack Draper, the Mile High Magnum is going to head back to Colorado in a world of hurt. Still officially recognized as Xavier Walker as part of the United Glory Tag Team Championship team. The hustle and the muscle, but clearly that alliance has exploded after the double disqualification between himself and Karam back at Anniversary 6. And of course, the United Glory Tag Team titles will be on the line later tonight, when it will be defended under Freebird rule by the team of Karam and Rohit Raju as these two giants circle one another. Collar and elbow tie-up. And a whole lot of power coming together in the middle of the ring. Draper and Walker, long look in at one another once again. Collar and elbow. And again, they'll both split. It's not often that Xavier Walker gets into a matchup where he doesn't have a definitive size and strength advantage over his opponent, but that's exactly the situation that Can't Miss finds himself in here. And now back into the corner. Referee trying to get in between these two titans. Draper and Walker do not want to let go of this collar and elbow tie-up. And they're still going. The official trying to split the two apart. Oh boy. And the shove from Dav is answered by one from Walker. Back and forth they go. Side headlock jumped into that time by Walker. Draper trying to back him towards the ropes. Now to the buckle. Count being put in. Walker trying to break the base down of Draper, and instead it'll be a break out of the corner. Duck under from Walker. The headband is gone and the lock's flowing. As the two circle once more. And I believe, yeah, Xavier Walker's going to go right back to keep the hair in place. You got to be careful with a head of hair like Xavier Walker's. They went in for collar and elbow once again, and Draper suckered him. Draper with a 3-year experience edge in his 12th year professionally. Walker in his 9th. Back to the ropes goes Draper. Fired off. Walker. Drop down. Up over the top goes Walker. Great athleticism for the big man. Followed up by Draper himself. Third drag takeover for Walker. 32nd time. And Walker goes to the arm. Walker not taking a full armbar, taking almost an Americana lock. And now working to a potential hammer lock behind the back of Draper. Slides his way through. Oh, that's great dexterity from a giant. Legs come up from Draper. He'll take the head scissors. Boy, you knew it was just a matter of time. The crowd in St. Louis had been begging for an opportunity to cheer for Xavier Walker, and he finally gave it to them when he decided that he didn't need Karam, and he didn't need Rohit Raju anymore. He can stand on his own and be a force. And the man from Flint has been winning over the crowd in St. Louis. As Draper back to his feet first, followed by Walker. Walker, go behind, standing switch. Draper trying to get the hands locked. Walker work to the ropes. And Draper fires off as Walker held on. Underneath goes Draper. Shoulder block, Walker to the ropes, and he'll run right through Dak Draper. The speed combined with the size is what made the difference there, and oh, hello with that knife edge chop. And there you hear the crowd getting behind Big Flexy himself. Another knife edge chop that'll leave a dent. And I think the crowd wants another. Oh, Dak Draper, beautiful counter as he leaps up and uses the knee. Draper, center of the ring. Vertical suplex position. They might go right through the ceiling. Try to get Xavier Walker high into the air. Walker turns it. Draper won't go. Walker again puts the brakes on. Stalemate. Still neither one able to get the definitive advantage. Walker pulls him way up. Xavier Walker just vertical suplex, 6'5" and 250 pounds. Wow. Walker off the ropes, lines it up, and lands the elbow. Count of 1, 2, and as devastating as his offense is, if you're Xavier Walker, you got to hook the leg there. Dak Draper not going to go down easily. Draper still on spaghetti legs. Walker setting up behind him. Oh, and Draper saw what was coming. Looking for the choke slam. He got out of the way. That bought him some time. He'll elevate Walker up and over the top. Into the ropes on the outside. Vertical suplex set up from Walker. Draper will steal the advantage. Walker, whoa, he wanted to bring him right to the outside with that suplex. And there's what I was waiting for. Dak Draper hangs out Xavier Walker to dry over the top rope. Vertical suplex attempt once again from outside in. Draper didn't get him up all the way. Maybe tried slingshot suplex. For the days of Tully Blanchard. Oh, what a move by Draper.
5 minutes down.
He knew he didn't have the leverage to get Walker up and over, so he hooked the leg almost a fisherman style and pulled him over the top. Then lands the knee for the count of 2. The initial vertical didn't work. The slingshot wouldn't work. So he finds another way to get it done, and that's the experience of Draper, to be able to adjust mid-move, and of course the strength to be able to make that adjustment while trying to suplex a man of that size. Bit of a bow and arrow type submission as Draper putting the knee into the back, into the spine of Xavier Walker, trying to pull those arms back. But it's hard to complete a submission on a man that size in that way. Walker goes downstairs to get loose, and then a knee from Draper. Sends him front rolling right over. Draper, handstand, double knee. Oh, came right down across the solar plexus of Xavier Walker, and that'll drive all the air out of you. That will not help. Just stepped in and booted that through the uprights. I mean, that one might have been good from 50. As Draper having a word with the fans. And he really can't afford to take his attention off of Xavier Walker for too long, although looks to stomp the mud hole in him in the corner. Walker trying to cover up. Draper rolls him loose. Steps onto the collarbone of Xavier Walker. And now Draper having a word with the official, who is horribly nice with the 2 men in the ring. They fetched up from Walker lands. And a second. Walker sending Draper off the ropes. Reversal. Clothesline from Draper, and that dropped Walker. And the Mile High Magnum. Half Nelson roll. Count of 1, 2, and that's all he'll get. Walker able to escape, but Draper still in firm control. Maybe not for long, as he comes down, no water in the pool for the knee. Walker able to get back to his feet, goes downstairs, and now trying to get those hands loose. Draper saw what was coming, saw the combination was loading, went for the goal behind Draper off the second rope. Oh, Walker didn't follow him. He was smart there. Draper, I thought maybe he was looking for a Rainmaker-style short clothesline. Now Draper up to the top rope and lands the double axe handle. Quick spring up to the top, count of 2. Did not hook the leg. And again, your offense can be as devastating as you want it to be, but in this matchup, if you're going to get the 3 count, you are going to have to hook a leg on one of these 2 behemoths. Walker trying to get the fans behind him, looking for that little bit extra down deep as Dak Draper puts the knees into the back. And that will take away some of the power of Xavier Walker, trying to get at that lower back and work to avoid potentially the choke slam later on. What he has not taken away, though, is if that right hand of Xavier Walker were to get loose and find the jawline. Draper, belly to back suplex position. He's going to sit Xavier Walker on the top rope. With the size of these two, I don't even want to think of what's coming. Dak Draper climbing to the second rope. Oh, I don't like where this is going at all. Xavier Walker trying to fight his way out of it, and he needs to. Draper, forearm to the back to loosen it up. Draper's on the second rope on the inside. Xavier Walker, oh no, not from here. Walker turned it! Walker turned it!
10 minutes elapsed in the match. 10 minutes down.
I don't know how much he's got left in the tank, but Xavier Walker was able to roll through and land in a cross body on the way down, and he flattened Dak Draper. High risk can bring high reward, but that time it was all Walker. Draper getting back to his feet. Walker up first. Knife edge chop from Draper lands. Both men have been battered in this match. Both men tired and still swinging heavy leather. Draper with the knife edge chop. Walker back with one of his own. Draper fires. Walker fires. And Walker keeps going. Kick to the knee. There's the right hand up high. Left hand as he goes back and forth. Walker trying to open up. The fists of fury. Gets him with the shoulder block. Then the clothesline. Walker continues his walk forward. Hammering away with the right hand over the top 3 times. Sends Draper off. Draper steps into the big boot. Xavier Walker signaling to the fans as he ducks underneath Draper. Swinging neck breaker. Beautiful execution from Xavier Walker, but does he have enough in the tank to get the pinfall? Count of 1, count of 2. Not gonna be enough. Walker had enough in the tank to get the swinging neck breaker. He had enough to be able to roll over and get the cover, but he didn't have enough to hook the outside leg to deliver himself the victory. Both men fighting their way back up to their feet. Xavier Walker signals to the crowd, this is all. Waiting on Draper. He'll turn and step right into the goozle. Trying to take him up. Draper spins out of it. Rolls through with the elbow. Oh, fake out by Walker. DDT! Look at the outside leg. Count of 2 and 3 corners. Walker swept through with that DDT that was lightning fast. And the crowd again getting behind Xavier Walker. Look at the look in the eyes of Walker. He's now remembering what this feels like. The adulation of the crowd, and he's loving every second of it. Can he get Draper up? Couple of back elbows land. He pulled him back in. Draper was able to get down the other side. Walker, go behind. In the ropes, oh no! Low blow from Draper. Gut wrench into the sit-out powerbomb. Draper got a 1-2, and Walker kicks out. Oh, it's got to be that heart from Flint, Michigan. Still beating in the chest to Xavier Walker. He wouldn't give it up that easily. Yeah, you're damn right it's awesome. These two monsters have put on an athletic marvel. Draper again, hooking him up to the shoulders. Walker's got to find a way down, and he will slide out the back. Walker firing Draper off into the ropes. He'll recover. Up to the top. Hello! Right hand! Draper out on his feet. Choke slam! Landed him! Center of the ring. Count of 1, 2. Xavier Walker gets the win!
13 minutes, 51 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Xavier Walker.
That man is the future of professional wrestling. Xavier Walker is a massive star in the making, and he just picked up a huge victory over Dak Draper. Tell me that when you see that man right there, you don't see big money. There may not be another in the world quite like Xavier Walker as Dak Draper gets helped back through the curtain. It's that right hand choke slam combo that when he puts it together, there's nobody in the wrestling world that's gonna sit back up. Can't miss! Xavier Walker with the big victory at Cleared to Engage.
Your next match is set for 1 fall. Introducing first from St. Louis, Missouri, 195 pounds, Spitfire, Davey Vega.
Out to the ring by himself, but by himself is all Davey Vega needs. A 17-year veteran, former 3-time United Glory Tag Team Champion. He's held Gold and Glory Pro for 456 total days, and that's not even his most impressive title reign. At one point, the NWA Missouri Heavyweight Champion for 561 days. He's mainly known as a tag team standout, but in terms of singles competition, there are very few finer than Davey Vega and what he's done in his career. And a big opportunity for a young man out of Team Ambition, ATM, who steps into a role to perhaps play spoiler on Davey Vega's evening. How about this for opportunity? One opponent for Davey Vega unavailable. ATM able to step in like a mixed martial artist on short notice in a big-time fight. An opportunity to really put himself on the map here in Glory Pro Wrestling should he pick up a victory over the Spitfire. As these two are cleared to engage, Davey Vega and Mr. All That Matters, ATM, 1-on-1. There's no Anakin Murphy at ringside, as Vega and ATM circle. Go behind from Vega to open up. ATM, standing switch, able to get the rear waist lock. And while I've got a moment, just want to wish the very best to a gentleman that I've known for a long, long time in Matt Fitchett. Oh, he's not currently in the wrestling auspices, but Matt, if you're somewhere watching on or listening, all the best, my friend. Hope to see you again very, very soon. As Davey Vega back up to his feet. Go behind, takes the side headlock, and then the takeover on ATM. Vega, from that side headlock position, works his way back to his feet. To the body goes the forearm of ATM. And he'll work that side headlock in. Some of the crowd starting to get behind ATM here, as he'll put the brakes on as Davey Vega tries to send him off. Again, ATM arrived in Glory Pro Wrestling as a tag team guy, but has stepped out since then and starting to build a reputation in singles competition the same way that Davey Vega has done over his career. Davey Vega having a conversation with a fan who appears slightly confused about his character. Kick landed by ATM. That'll back Vega up into the corner. Flying in, Vega ducks him over the top. ATM keeps the momentum rolling, hammers him to the back of the head with the kick. Elevates back to the inside. ATM will charge, and the drop to the corner. Pulling Davey Vega back out towards the center of the ring. Stack up, count it 2, and Vega's able to escape. Davey Vega working his way over to the ropes. Trying to regroup in the corner, and ATM very smart, not letting the veteran have time. Up over the top, Vega with the chop. Whoa, knife edge from ATM. Drops Vega down to the outside. Two St. Louis products in this matchup. Oh, as ATM gets tripped down and pulled to the outside. And Davey Vega sending him into the guardrail and then the ring apron. ATM's chin just met the point where wood combines with steel. Davey Vega says, I got 10 seconds of playtime out on the floor. He is correct. And again, sending ATM back into the ring guardrail. Knife edge chop with ATM spread over that guardrail. And Vega will step back into the ring to break the count. Yeah, well, the veteran knows every trick in the book. And he will use them all when necessary. Sending ATM all the way over. Oh, reversal. And the spine of Davey Vega meets the steel of the guardrail. ATM charging. Ow. Boot across the face. And back into the ring goes Davey Vega. ATM following up. He doesn't want to waste time here. Stepping through the ropes, and that's where Vega will catch him. Dragon screw leg whip. And ATM, his left knee might have gone out. And just like that, as the youngster gets the advantage, Davey Vega snaps it from him. Vega on his knees. And again, having a discussion with the ringside fans. Now, if you're Davey Vega, you're going to want to keep your attention on ATM. He's a gifted young athlete. He has a vast experience edge. But ATM, if he lets him back in the door, if he leaves a crack in the window, could be a real problem in this matchup. Although right now, Davey Vega certainly not looking like he's going to leave a crack in the window as he stomps to the knee and then kicks the chest. Oh, ATM going back and forth. He's got to have whiplash off that bottom buckle. Davey Vega is vicious. And I believe a little bit of a salute to the great Muda, Kijimuno, as he dropped down to one knee in the ring with a kiss to the hands. Vega sits down on that spinning toe hold. And look at how he's got that leg leverage, sitting down onto the knee, or sitting down onto the ankle, pardon me, with the knee bent upward and the ankle, knee bent downward and ankle bent upward. All right, sometimes it takes me an hour and a half to watch 60 minutes. You'll have to excuse me. Knife edge chop from Davey Vega. Sitting on the knee, and what he's got is the fulcrum point. So he's forcing the knee down and the ankle up, and he's not letting go. He's putting all kinds of pressure onto the ligaments and everything through the knee down to the ankle. There we go. I knew I'd get it out eventually. Vega lets it go. And now a couple of soft knees just toying with ATM, just kind of pushing that knee pad into the side of the face and maybe toying with him a little bit too much. A couple of shots down to the body. Then upstairs with the forearm. Oh, right hand landed. Oh, that's not nice. And ATM didn't take kindly to it either. The forearms, and then the chops, and then just hammering away on Davey Vega. Vega tosses him off. ATM flies out of the ropes with the forearm, and a second time. ATM back the ropes. You see that left knee is not quite right as he charges in. Caught the feet of Vega. Got him a little bit anticipating. Lung blower. Hooks the leg, count of two, and that's all he's going to get. Nearly the biggest victory in the career of ATM right there. And ATM, I know the knee is bothering him, but he can't afford to waste too much time here. He's got Davey Vega down. He's already gotten caught in this matchup with the veteran playing possum. That's how the trouble to the knee started. Now ascending to the top rope, and Davey Vega rolls out of the way. Crowd booing, but that is veteran presence. ATM waiting for him to get up. And turn, and Vega caught him on the way in, but the back elbow strike lands. Vega spins away. Oh, beautiful. Jumps through and wraps him up for a count of two on the roll through. Kick over the top, misses. ATM rolls underneath. Kick to the body. Double underhooks. And brings it down into a butterfly backbreaker. ATM vertical suplex set. Falcon Arrow puts him right to the center of the ring. Has him laid out for 2.5. Oh, I thought that was all right there. ATM within an eyelash twice now of picking up a monstrous victory. Davey Vega staying alive in the matchup. although he rolled himself back towards ATM in a bit of confusion, I'm sure, as that had to be more instinct than anything to kick out of the Falcon Arrow. Now up to the shoulders. Drop down out of the way, rolling through. ATM. Beautiful pump handle setup, tried to catch him with the knee, and Vega blocked it. Sharpshooter. And Vega's sitting down on it. He's got ATM in the sharpshooter. And ATM taps out. The damage was done to the knee.
Sharpshooter submission. Davey Vega.
And there was nothing that ATM could do. The damage has already been done to his knee. Davey Vega, realizing the amount of damage that's been done, sat down in that sharpshooter. And ATM might need some help. He put on a great performance. It'll go down in the record books as a loss for ATM, but anybody who watched this match will no doubt be impressed with the youngster. But the veteran Davey Vega, just too much in the end. He knew the speed and the aerial ability of ATM. He went to the knee early, he went to the knee often, and in the end, it's the submission really wrenching on that knee that makes the difference. Victory for the Spitfire.
And the dad here for Smack Talk Showdown, the most fun party game I've ever played. You can cut promos on all your friends, and it's even great to play with your family.
Hey, Dad! Guess what? Guess what? Also, you can play with the Lewd Attitude Expansion Pack.
The Lewd Attitude Expansion Pack. Moses, that's for adults only. You don't want to play with your dad.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is presented by Rock and Roll Fables. Join the rejects from the media landscape for all media, moving and still, at rockandrollfables.com.
Next contest up. Here, cleared to engage, is going to be one of the most
The following contest is set for one fall. Coming to the ring first, from Sydney, Australia, weighing 85 kilos or 187 pounds. She is the baddest bitch on the indies, the powerhouse predator, Steph.
Who goes nearly 6 foot tall and 187 pounds of just absolute pure power. He's going to step in for her Glory Pro debut to take on Ethan Price. She'll take on anybody in the world. It doesn't make any difference to Steph Delander. Uh-oh. And Ben just handed her the microphone. Everybody, be careful.
Cut the music, turn it off, let's go. I am the powerhouse predator, Steph Delander. I'm almost 6 feet tall. I weigh 85 kilos. Do you dummies know how many pounds that is? More pounds than you can all wrap your head around. Tonight, I'm facing the big, strong boy, Ethan Price.
He is beloved.
I saw that kid backstage, and I'm here to tell you there is nothing big or strong about it.
Oh, hitting where it hurts.
Ethan Price is a little loser. You are all little losers, and I am the baddest bitch on the indies.
Steph Delander letting everyone in St. Louis know what she thinks. And someone who's going to very much disagree with her statements, Ethan Price is on his way.
And her opponent from Austin, Texas, 175 pounds. He is a big, strong boy, Ethan Price.
Ethan Price, who is coming off the victory at Anniversary 6, along with Dan the Dad and Warhorse over the team of Jake Something, Kody Lane, and Shane Saber. A lot of issues were on the table in that matchup, including Ethan Price and Jake Something. And Price going right from one powerhouse opponent into another in Steph DeLander in this contest. Steph DeLander is a 7-year pro making her Glory Pro debut. And Ethan Price will give up a little bit of in-ring experience. He's going to give up size to Steph DeLander.
1:30, your referee, Alex.
Power? Well, that remains to be seen. Pound for pound, Ethan Price is one of the strongest wrestlers that you'll find. We have seen him pull off incredible feats of strength, including several suplexes on Jake Something. I know it doesn't seem possible, but it's happened. And what it is Ethan Price, and I've got to ask him the question if he was an accomplished amateur wrestler, because he understands hip positioning and how to be able to pop his hips, get low, pop his hips, and throw a suplex. And Steph DeLander not happy over the reaction that Ethan Price is getting. The international superstar, formerly known as Persia Parada, in the company in Connecticut, as Ethan Price showing off the physique. Yeah, I don't think Steph is going to win that one. Ethan Price. Yeah, the fans in St. Louis love him. I mean, you got to know that when you're coming in to square off with him. Collar and elbow tie-up, and you see what Steph DeLander was referring to. She does hold a size advantage in this contest. At nearly 6 feet tall, I mean, I'm in Ethan Price's boat. She'd hold a sizable height advantage on me. As Price has a look out to the fans. This is going to be a different type of opponent than he's faced before. As Steph DeLander locks up collar and elbow with Ethan Price, middle of the ring, and Price walking her back to the turnbuckles. DeLander able to push back off the back foot and use that strength to toss him back. And Steph DeLander asking if Ethan Price really believes that he's stronger than she is. Ethan Price calling for a test of strength. Now, okay, I know Ethan Price is extremely strong, but is this the best way to go right now? We know how quick Ethan Price is. He could use his speed here to stick and move a little bit. And yeah, that's kind of what I expected was going to happen. And then the boot downstairs. Steph DeLander's not going to put herself in a bad position. Oh, Ethan Price rolls his way through like Ray Stevens in his prime up over the top. Oh, DeLander caught him though, sending him into the ropes. Drop kick down to the knee, and that's one way to even out a strength advantage. Chop Steph DeLander down to the canvas, just a count of one. Steph DeLander recently won the WSW Women's Championship in Australia in a three-way contest from former champion Jordan Grace and Shazza McKenzie. So if you're wondering about the credentials on Steph DeLander, that tells you everything you need to know right there. Just over the last year or so, as Ethan Price pulls the top rope down, she's appeared for that company in Connecticut, Impact and AEW. Flip shot to the floor by Ethan Price. Oh, and he landed a little bit awkwardly on the ankle. Looks like he's all right, though, as he gets himself back to his feet. Steph DeLander spins. Ow. Right into the ring apron. And that took all the fun out of it for Ethan Price. European uppercut from the Aussie. Knife edge chop from Ethan Price. That just made her mad. Oh, that might have caved his chest in. She just blew a kiss at me. Did everyone else see that? Oh, and then might have broken her hand. Ethan Price. 2 knife edge chops in a third. Backing Steph DeLander up to the ropes. Ethan Price getting in to break the count. Don't wait too long with the official, Ethan. Oh, Steph DeLander has him up on the shoulders. Oh my goodness gracious. Face first out of that electric chair position. I'll be amazed if his nose isn't halfway across his face. Count of 2, and that's all Steph's gonna get. Oh, where wood met steel, looked like it met the bridge of the nose of Ethan Price, and actually, he came out of that with less damage than I expected. Snapmare out of the corner, perhaps. DeLander locked up the cravat, sends him over, off the ropes, and dives in with the elbow. Hook of the outside leg, count of 2, and that's all she's gonna get. From training in Australia, Steph DeLander brings a different style than a lot of, well, just about any other women's competitor, or almost any other male competitor you're gonna see anywhere in the world. You see some of it as well from Shazza McKenzie later on. It's almost a blend of the European style, almost that world of sport style, combined with the American catch-as-catch-can, and in Steph DeLander's case, a ton of power. Sitting Ethan Price on the top rope and puts the boot to the jawline. Now pulling Price back in as instead. I thought she was going fisherman suplex, just released on the end, and Ethan Price almost left a dent in the ring mat. Rear chin lock from Steph DeLander. Man's trying to get behind Ethan Price. You've got to be impressed with Steph DeLander. Price reaching out with the foot. Price going with the green, black, and gold trunks and the bright red wrestling shoes. It's a style choice. It's a style choice. DeLander keeping hold of that rear chin lock. Reaching out for the ropes is Price, but he is a world away, it must feel right now. Price able to roll his way back to his feet, and DeLander just rockets him right back down to the canvas. Steph DeLander setting up in a corner to charge across the ring. Price met her with the back elbow. Price elevates, second rope on the inside. Caught. Oh, the power. Powerhouse Predator indeed, as she turns it into a bear hug, and she's got it real low down on the back of Ethan Price. There, now Steph's got that in a much better position. Just up over the belt line of Ethan Price. That'll work into the lower back where she's got her hands squeezing the air out of Price, who ends up fighting his way down. Go behind. Price, roll up, count of 2, and a kick out. Oh, DeLander with the big boot. Count of 1, 2. Price got out of it. Ethan Price turned and walked right into that. Steph DeLander now stalking her prey. As Ethan Price gets to his knees, trying to work his way to his feet. And the international superstar from Australia hammers Ethan Price back to the buckles. Price lands a knife edge shot, might take a bit of the air out of the lungs of Steph DeLander. DeLander fires back. Price, European uppercut of his own. That one found the mark. Knife edge chop from DeLander. Don't think she got what she wanted out of that. Price did. Make it 2 and a third. Trying to back up Steph DeLander with this series of chops, and Steph DeLander just not going anywhere. Able to block that clothesline from Price. Tried the foot again. Out of the way goes Price. Flies in with the drop kick. Ethan Price threw caution to the wind. He got every bit of energy he could get into that kick and flew right into the side of the head of Steph DeLander. I said drop kick. I'm not even sure he got both feet into that. I think that was just off the ropes and fly through. Almost, if you remember, BMD's Canuck kick crossed with a drop kick. Delander flies in. Price lands a clothesline and a second. Delander keeps coming. Pops him up to the shoulders. Steph Delander can't make it work there as Price fights his way down. Boot to the midsection, boot to the side of the head. German suplex. Nope, Steph Delander fights her way down. Second attempt, still won't go. Delander breaks the grip, lung blower. If the chops didn't take the air out of the lungs, that will. Price, power slam. Powerhouse Predator in trouble. Hook of the outside leg, count of 2. That's all he's gonna get. And suddenly Ethan Price is in control of this matchup. Front face lock, vertical suplex set, maybe attacking the leg as well. Steph fights out of that, and Steph Delander with the forearm turns this match right back around. Price from the corner, hard into the buckles. Delander charges in. Out of the way goes Ethan Price. Price charges, lands the clothesline. Seated position for Steph Delander. Face wash with the boot. Steph Delander is in an awkward spot on the ropes. Whoa, that's innovative. Slingshot adjustment into that leg drop over Steph Delander, who is seated or hung out on that bottom rope. Price flies his way back in, looking to set up the suplex. Delander hits the brakes the second time. Back to the knife edge chop. Steph Delander choke slam. He just planted Ethan Price. Now pulling him back up to his feet. Steph Delander to the shoulders. Sends him down. Face first into the canvas, and it's all over.
9 minutes, 51 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Steph Delander.
Get out F5 from Steph Delander makes the difference as the Powerhouse Predator scores the victory over Ethan Price, the international superstar, all the way from New South Wales in Australia, arrives in St. Louis, Missouri, and scores a big one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, cleared to engage on Fight rolls on with our next contest presented by Central State Sandwiches. Visit them online at centralstatesandwiches.com.
Well, you know that music can only possibly mean one man.
This is a tag
And he
team
looks
match
resplendent
set for
this
one
evening.
fall. Coming to the ring first from Savannah, Oklahoma, the Southern Flamingo, Kody Lynn.
The Southern Flamingo in pink denim and a bedazzled blazer. Got cactuses on that? Kody Lane will put on a show, and he has scored singles victories in recent months over both the men who will be on the other team in this matchup, WARHORSE and Dan the Dad. And boy, did he ever pick himself a partner. The only man to ever hold the crown of glory twice, Jake Something, will be the man who teams up with Kody Lane. How in the world do these two even get along to be a tag team? I mean, I just can't imagine this monster sitting down and having a beer with Kody Laynie.
And his tag team partner, Jake Something.
A 14-year veteran out of Midland, Michigan. He is a menace to professional wrestling. Size and strength personified. There is no one that wrestles a more high-impact style in the world than Jake Something. You saw the fist bump with he and Kody Laynie. I don't understand this arrangement, but these two make a dangerous, dangerous tag team. The educated feet of Kody Laynie, along with the power of Jake Something, and they are going to be a problem for the next team out. WARHORSE and Dan the Dad, they're back together again.
And their opponents, first from St. Louis, Missouri, 202 pounds, your father's favorite wrestler, Dan the Dad.
I haven't been able to say this in a few months. He actually is my dad's favorite wrestler because he reminds him of himself. I don't know what to think. That's the same mug. Speaking of mugs,
Weighing 4,000 pounds of raw heavy metal, he's here to rule ass.
Ben didn't even get to finish that. Get out of the way, pal. As this is breaking down right off the bat. Jake Something and Dan the Dad into one corner. WARHORSE is on the outside with Kody Laynie. What in the world is going on around here? Kody Laynie goes into the barricade. Dan is hammered over top of Jake Something. Uh-oh, Jake got him. Ran him into the post. I was gonna say, how'd you like to step into the ring and see that mug across from you? WARHORSE brings the intensity as he hammers Kody Laynie into the ring apron. We know the history between Dan the Dad and Kody Laynie, although right now it's Dan and Jake that have squared off. And Kody Laynie, who, again, whether you like the tactics or not, has picked up singles victories over WARHORSE and Dan the Dad recently. It was Dan the Dad in a last man standing match, in fact, as WARHORSE starts to rein in the right hands, and Kody Laynie might be thinking twice about this decision. Jake Something, we're going to crawl his way back in and help out his partner as WARHORSE sends Kody Laynie across the ring. WARHORSE charges. Kody got the foot up, blocked, and ow, with the knife edge chop. Well, I thought Jake was going to come in for the 2-on-1, but instead he's still reigning in punishment, maybe trying to incapacitate Dan on the floor while WARHORSE is getting the count from the crowd. 10 into Kody Laynie, who might not know where he is right now, and Jake Something crashes hard into the guardrail. Dan got out of the way. Whoa, that guardrail moved 6 feet. The jackets come off. Business is about to pick up. I owe Jim Ross a quarter. In the ropes, Kody Laynie in some trouble. As now he's got to go 1 against 2. He catches on. Catches WARHORSE with the kick, steps out of the way of Dan the Dad. One thing we know about Kody Laynie is he's extremely slick, finds his way to the outside, and cuts out the leg of Dan the Dad. Although WARHORSE next, flies for the rope. Suicide dive to the floor. Jake Something is on his feet. Jake Something is off the ropes. One choke, incoming. The FAA just fined the St. Louis area for air traffic control. Unidentified flying object. Jake Something over the top rope wipes everybody out. He'll roll Dan the Dad back in. He just hoisted up his own tag partner. Rolls Kody Laynie back in. And a little help from your friends. Count of 2, and Kody Laynie shave his hair into a mullet? I think he did. Right hand on Dan the Dad. Back into the buckles. Kody Laynie with the kick. And then the knife edge chop. I mean, this is like if Ricky Morton were in his prime in 2023, isn't it? Look at that head of hair. Choking on Dan the Dad in the buckles. And now Jake Something reaches in over the top and stretching the neck of Dan up over that cable. WARHORSE reaching in, wanting to get there to help his partner. Jake Something just teasing him and then spikes him into the canvas. And now all the good times that have been had are going to come to an end as the monster is loose. The fans chanting for Dan the Dad. Oh, the right forearm and the thud that it makes when he lands it is just sickening. Up and over the top, back in comes the Southern Flamingo. Jake Something does his damage and steps back out as Kody Laynie works over Dan the Dad. Oh, knife edge chop as Dan stepping out of the corner. And a second. Trying to get a little bit of a head of steam going here. 3 count, and then downstairs goes Kody Laynie. Reversal. Laynie into the buckles. Dan comes stepping in. Laynie cuts him off, and there's those educated feet. That double stomp down out of an awkward position. Slam to the center of the ring. Back senton lands. Classic Kody Laynie combination. Takes WARHORSE off the ring apron. Hooks both legs. 2 3/4. WARHORSE got in to help. Heard it from Ben. 5 minutes gone in the matchup. And right now it's Kody Laynie and Jake Something in complete control. Dan work back to the ropes. Now sent off by Laynie. Full charge. Back elbow strike lands. Jake saw what was going on, and he'll capture the arms. Oh, he ties him up in the ropes. Oh, this is not good for Dan the Dad. They've got to get him untied. Count being put in as Kody Laynie going to the throat. Tag is in to Jake Something. And Jake is going to try to pick the bones. Like a vulture, there's nowhere for Dan the Dad to go. He looks out. He looks out of it. Kody Laynie charging in. Look at the left knee of Dan the Dad. He can't even get weight onto it to get a base. He might be out in the ropes. And Jake goes over and sends WARHORSE off the ring apron. Now they get Dan untied. Jake charges in. Dan got the foot. Where did he get the energy for that? Kody Laynie takes him on the ring apron. Sent back by Dan the Dad. Oh, the back of Cody's head hit the ring post. Dan steps through with the kick on Jake. Where is Dan finding this from? He'll elevate. Top rope. Jake charges. Hands up and over the top. Jake grabs him like a defensive back. Oh, gets sent into the ring ropes. He went throat first into the top rope. There's an opportunity here, but Dan's going the wrong way. He's going the wrong way. You got to turn around. You got to turn around, Dan. Now he sees it. Pulls out of the way. There's the tag. Here comes WARHORSE. Randy Savage style jabs to the jaw. Rocking Jake Something back. Fires the right hand on Kody Laynie. WARHORSE takes the arm of Jake. He'll put the block on, sending WARHORSE to the buckles. Jake charges. Big boot comes up from WARHORSE. Second rope on the inside. Shotgun drop kick. Kody Laynie elevates. WARHORSE got him on the way through. WARHORSE is loosening up that shoulder. You wouldn't want him to blow a rotator. He'll hit the ropes. Looking lariat. Oh, speaking of lariat, Jake Something leapt into that and took WARHORSE into the ropes. Well, that looked like it hurt. Do you imagine that? Going into the second ropes to spring off for that clothesline, and suddenly something akin to a grizzly bear flies into you. Kody Laynie and Jake Something trying to get organized. They see an opportunity to take an advantage on WARHORSE right here. Dan the Dad's gonna roll his way back in. Warhorse hooked up, Dan comes in, and that is rescuing your partner. And now the jabs landing from both Jake and Kody, rocking and rolling as Dan and Warhorse unload. Boom! Big right hands on both sides. Dan looks a little banged up, but he's still working his way through it. Crisscross charge in. Now they'll fly in again. Both throwing all their weight right into Jake and Kody. 3D on Kody Laynie. Oh, Jake something. Jumps Dan the Dad out of the way. And then Jake using Kody Laynie as a weapon. Airplane spins him into Warhorse. Jake charges. Oh, he might have broke the ring. Sending him into Kody Laynie after that spear in the corner. Hurricane Rana from Warhorse. Duck under. Jake got caught by the right of Dan the Dad. Lariat. And Warhorse takes Jake something down. Hook of the inside leg. Count of 1, 2. And Kody Laynie. That is using your head. He knew that Dan the Dad was going to put the block on, so he just shoveled Dan into the pinning combination of Warhorse on Jake something, and that breaks up the fall. All four men trying to work their way back as Warhorse grabs hold of Kody Laynie. Fire him off into the buckles. Laynie goes up and over the top. Oh, Jake charges in, and again, that splash in the corner is such a difference maker. And the Dad on his feet. Jake something hammers him with the right hand. Warhorse charges, and he ran into a brick wall. Probably should have been look over your shoulder. Dan the Dad sending Jake something right out of the ring. And now he's going to fly from the top rope. Dan has a look. And he crashes down onto Jake something, taking out the monster on the floor. Kody Laynie, though. Kody Laynie's got a chair back in the ring. He's lining up Warhorse. Oh, Warhorse with the drop kick right on the chin. Kody might have lost a tooth. Warhorse all the way up top. Oh, Kody Laynie back to his feet and hammered him in the head with that chair. Now sets him. Jay Driller planted him. Oh, Kody Laynie's gonna steal one.
11 minutes, 14 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Jake something and Kody Laynie.
The nefarious tactics of the Southern Flamingo. Hammers Warhorse in the head with the chair, drags him off the buckles, Jay Driller, and good night. And then putting the bad mouth onto Warhorse. The Southern Flamingo steals one for himself and his tag team partner Jake something, and he's going to leave his partner behind on the way out. Oh, Warhorse is not going to be happy about this. He has stolen victories as Kody Laynie over Dan the Dad, over Warhorse. And I don't think we have seen the last of Kody Laynie having to face up to what he's done as Warhorse heads on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know it's coming up next month, April 30th, live at the Pageant 3. Tickets are on sale now. You can get them online at Ticketmaster or at the Pageant box office during normal hours. Also, we are back here on May 21st. Tickets are not on sale for that South Broadway Athletic Club event. However, Corey will take your reservations, reserve your seat in the corner, and you kind of get an unofficial ticket to May 21 if you want to go straight to that. All right, guys, it's time for a 10-minute intermission. We will return shortly. Remember to get your 50-50 tickets over there in the corner. Also, where you entered, we will draw the 50-50 before our main event. And also, if you're feeling generous, we are accepting donations for Sean O'Brien's family. We will go directly to his immediate family members. All right, 10 minutes, guys. We'll be back.
Myron Reed, one of the greatest champions this sport has ever produced. Can he reclaim what was once his? Champ makes his entrance, the Quad Father.
Looking every bit the strength and conditioning coach for the Team Ambition Dojo.
Oh, Myron! Starting out hot. Oh God, here he goes. This is what he do. Oh, he got caught. Camaro caught him.
Cam Jackson still got him.
Oh man. This is gonna be a tale of two different styles, that's for sure.
Truly.
This is for the Crown of Glory
We're going. We're going.
We are going.
We're live, pal. Up and over.
Shoves him off, drop down.
Myron's going to have to use his speed and agility. Obviously, Camaro's going to have the strength advantage. Although Myron kicked me so hard in a battle royal once, I forgot who I was for a minute. Oh, he's taking it. Oh.
Gotta pop the top.
This going to happen.
Que sensualidad.
Your main event of the evening. Collar and elbow tie up. This is what we came to see, kids. Your main event here on Fight of the 6th anniversary here for Glory Pro. Oh, wow. Pure power.
Absolutely decimated with the shoulder tackle there.
Throws, Myron gets up. Ooh. Nice drop kick.
You can't plan for agility like that.
Myron Reed, so fast. Look at that. Like Camaro thought he had an advantage, but Myron's so fast. Oh God.
Just
double strong.
Choo-choo.
Oof. Face first right in that boot. Oh, he got caught again.
One thing Cam Jackson's gonna do is he's gonna catch him.
Oh, he gonna get. Oh, he caught him. He also planted him right through the mat.
Myron taking a second, reconsidering his choices.
Yeah, his choices in life in general. Young GOAT. Trying to reclaim that title once so proudly held. Oh, missed that. Oh.
Right on the
apron.
cheek meat. Ow.
Ooh.
Ow.
Man. My right butt cheek hurts from that.
Ow.
You get a bruised tailbone. That's not fun.
I'm saying I've had one.
Oof.
Oh, and that'll do it again.
Hey, man.
Man.
Stop. Maybe
Gonna
a
be
different
sitting on
plan
a
of
donut
attack.
for a week.
Oh, my God.
Ah.
That chop took 4 years off his life. I'm not sure which 4, but they're gone.
It might have been the earliest 4. He just doesn't have a childhood anymore.
Myron Reed can no longer smell things. Oh, God.
Pow! Period!
And now he can't see colors. One more shot like that, he's reading Braille
Oh, my God.
with his feet. Myron, how is he getting back up?
Young
Camaro
Goat's got
Jackson
some work to
staying
do
on him.
to get back in this fight.
Oh, no.
Messed him up like he's a milk carton.
Oh, gosh.
Driving those enormous shoulders into his midriff there.
Oh, wheels him across like a sack of crap.
What does Reed have to do to get back into the contest at this point?
I don't know.
If I'm him, I'm a little too woozy to go jumping
A
around.
dart with some sedative in it? I don't know. What they use in Jurassic Park.
Wrestling finds a way.
Quad Father taking his time.
Because he can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, my God. I have never heard a chop sound like that.
For some reason, I'm bruised. I have no idea.
I just took 12 points of sonic damage.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Myron's going to have a hell of a ride back to Louisville.
I know he's nauseous right now. I know he is. He's got to be.
Camaro's doing this just right. He's taking his time, using his power, not doing anything crazy, not stepping outside the box.
He's doing just enough to neutralize that speed.
Now, this you don't want to do.
Oh, you ain't got to do this now. You don't want to make the man desperate.
Oh.
Myron's thinking about it now.
Oh! God, if I hit somebody that hard and they don't go down, I'm running for my car. Oh my. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he's going to need a nipple transplant after that.
Yes. We call this a mastectomy, actually.
I did not know that. Uh-oh.
Camaro well and truly dictating the pace here.
Man, just
Myron hasn't had a say in things in several minutes now.
making him think about it. Look at that suplex. Look at the power.
Oh,
Myron. He took too long on that. Oh! Went for the stun dog millionaire, sort of. Oh no.
Oh, no.
He got him up. Myron's been taking a whooping. And he got that big man up. Oh my gosh.
Girl.
Oh! Myron Reed is an innovator.
How in the hell?
Wow.
If it was anyone besides Cam, I'd be shocked that he kicked out.
I'm shocked. Myron taking his time now. Now that he's finally got a little bit of control in this thing.
Yeah, Cam just took a good several shots to the head there.
Myron Reed is one of the most resilient athletes on this planet. I've seen him take a big beating before and come back. Hey, the leg drop worked. We're 1 for 50. Don't get cocky. Oh, hell. This is where he shines.
That's his home base.
Young goat. Up top. I went for that kick. Oh, gosh.
Oh, my God.
That's got to be it. Myron kicked out. You see the look on Camaro's face?
That's the look on my face, too.
He was shocked, and so was I, and so's this crowd.
I think my eyebrows are up at my hairline right now.
My Lord. Sean P's been keeping it consistent.
Uh-oh.
Champ
Cam's
now. Got something up his sleeve.
sizing him up.
Oh, beautiful.
Cutter.
Cutter. Oh, no. For that Louisville slugger. Oh! Might be. Ah! Oh, no. He about to do something stupid.
Oh, no. Cam, I hope you don't think you're safe out there.
Byron Reed!
Just tosses Cam back in.
Oh. Up it! Oh! Got him! Might have a new champ! Oh! Camaro Jackson's showing why he's the champ. But Myron Reed is still on him. Myron Reed showing this crowd what he's made of here. Got caught. Oh, God. Oh, God, he's dead. Up. Oh, he got him up this
Just
time.
don't let him think about it.
Oh, there he goes.
God! The unparalleled strength.
Oh, he's got a head of steam. And Myron's dead.
Turn the man inside.
That's got to be it. Hell of a match from Myron Reed, but it's over.
Oh, my God.
My God.
How could it not be?
9 minutes, 46 seconds. Your winner by pinfall. And still the Crown of Glory champion, the Quad Camaro Jackson.
Hell of a performance by Myron Reed. Camaro Jackson holds on to the gold here at the 6th anniversary show of Glory Pro.
Wrestling Roundtable for the Know the Ropes podcast.
Oh, here we go. Second half. Here to engage. The first man out. The 8th round of Glory
This
champion.
contest is set for one fall. Accompanied to the ring by Cinco from St. Louis, Missouri, weighing 222 pounds. He is the general of the Bandana Brigade. Real name, no gimmicks, Mike Outlaw.
In Glory Pro Wrestling history, to hold 2 championships at the same time. We did so with the Crown of Glory title and the Midwest Territory title. He was a brilliant champion over 399 days. But a champion will always have mountains to climb. And though he doesn't hold gold coming into this matchup, he's going to have to fight like a champion because the 10-year pro is about to take on one of the best that's ever done it. And this may be a night where even Cinco may not be able to save Mike Outlaw if he gets on the wrong side of the legend, Homicide. Outlaw looks confident, but a lot of great wrestlers before him have been until the music hits. And the notorious 187 steps his way down the aisle. It's ominous, and it strikes fear into anyone who's ever stepped between the ropes with him. Mike Outlaw taking a long stare back through the entryway, and there he is.
In New York, the notorious 187 Homicide.
Homicide debuted in 1997. Since then, he's been around the world. He's held championships on multiple continents in countless countries and states. The ROH World Heavyweight title and World Tag Team titles, Impact X Division and World Tag Team titles, NWA World Junior and World Tag Team titles, GCW World's Heavyweight Champion, and a 2022 Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame inductee, Homicide, to challenge the 8th ever Crown of Glory champion, the last man before Camaro Jackson to hold that gold, the only double champion in Glory Pro Wrestling history. This is history in the making, and we're cleared to engage. And Homicide immediately having a look over at Cinco. Homicide at one time had a man on the outside of the ring by the name of Julius Smokes. He knows all about what can happen when you've got a man standing on the outside of the ring who's not afraid to get involved in the action. As Homicide goes collar and elbow with Mike Outlaw and backs him into the turnbuckles. The wars of Homicide are legendary against the likes of Samoa Joe, Steve Corino, Colt Cabana. As downstairs to the body goes Mike Outlaw. He'll stomp away on Homicide in the corner. Homicide picking himself back up. Outlaw steps back over and takes the uppercut. Homicide sends Outlaw into the buckles. He'll go downstairs to the body, overhand chop to the chest, and then rakes away at the eyes. Snapmare takeover. Elbow drop lands, and Homicide on top of Outlaw, just a count of one. Homicide near 3 decades in the squared circle. And yet he can still go with the very best of them. All that's changed, he's a little older, a little wiser, and a little craftier than he was when he stepped into the ring in '97. And perhaps a stump puller set up. Oh, this is going to be horrible for Mike Outlaw. Oh, and instead of going for the leg, Homicide goes right to the face. And should we be surprised? Homicide will take every dirty trick in the book, and he'll do it happily. Forearm down to the back from Mike Outlaw. Off the ropes. Clothesline lands from Homicide as he catches him. More speed to step through with a lariat, count of 2, and that's all Homicide's going to get. Out to the floor goes Mike Outlaw, and the notorious 187 is going to follow him. You're in Homicide's world when you're on the outside. And Cinco gets in the way. Oh, and that look that Homicide just shot him. I would leave the state, I would change my name, And Mike Outlaw using the distraction of Cinco to step over. Didn't last long. Homicide. Again, you're going to have to work hard to come up with a dirty trick that he hasn't used in his career. Homicide stops Outlaw before he can send him into the guardrail. He went underneath the chin of Mike Outlaw with the thrust. And what did he just pick up on the floor? Homicide's got something, some type of a cable, and he's strangling Mike Outlaw with it. Now rolling him back into the ring. What did I tell you? Homicide steps back through the ropes. Outlaw, double thrust. He'll hit the ropes. Homicide caught him belly to belly. Overhead release. That was beautiful. Count of 2.5. Homicide, who has been so known for the brawling and the wars that he's been in, he is a fantastic professional wrestler. He can go hold for hold, move for move with the best of them. Look at matches with the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. Look at the matches with Samoa Joe. As he goes off the ropes, Cinco hammered a chair off the ring post, and again, the distraction allows Mike Outlaw to clobber Homicide from behind. Well, one of these days, somebody's going to get a hold of Cinco. The man who was responsible for the attitude change of both Mike Outlaw and Raheem De La Suede, as Outlaw sends Homicide into the guardrail. And now the general of the Bandana Brigade has Homicide in trouble. The legend sent into the ring post. See, Homicide will not stay down long. He hopped right back onto his feet as he walks around ringside trying to shake out that shoulder. It's not in Homicide to stay down long. He might be battered, he might be bruised, he might walk through hell and back, but he will not stay down. Homicide on the second rope on the outside, and Outlaw elevates him with the suplex back in. Hook in the outside leg, count of 1, 2. Homicide kicks out, and again, see what I mean? He shovels his way right over to the corner and gets right back to his feet. He's sent right back down by the right hand, but pops up again. And Outlaw keeps him rocking and rolling. And Homicide says, bring it on. Outlaw in the mount position, raining down right hands. I think he's sneaking in a few lefts as well. Referee Adam Kennedy, who got assigned this match. Oh, do I feel bad for him having to step in the way of these two. He's doing the smart thing right now. Just stay out of the way and count a pin attempt. Back into the corner. Right hand to the body. Outlaw sending Homicide into the ropes. And the buckles hit hard. Outlaw slowing things down. This is smart on his part. Homicide will have a speed advantage. He's got a lengthy experience advantage, but the power goes to Mike Outlaw. If he can slow this match down and force Homicide to carry his weight, high impact moves combining with it, that's his recipe for success here. And again, arm wringer trying to step in, and the veteran caught him. Homicide sending Outlaw off the ropes, and there's the clothesline. Homicide backing up Outlaw. Splitting his arms over the top rope. Overhand chop. Set that across the chest, just sending Outlaw up across the ring. Up kick, and there's a clothesline from Outlaw. Outlaw putting Homicide down to the canvas, just a count of 2. He did not hook a leg, and this is one of those times where you're going to have to if you want to win this match. Homicide sent out to the floor. Can you imagine what a feather in the cap of Mike Outlaw it would be if he could knock off Homicide? My God, we'll never hear the end of it. Outlaw on the ring apron. Double axe handle. And that sends Homicide up the aisleway. They'll bring Homicide right back to ringside. Arm wringer. Setting up. Side suplex right onto the ring apron. Where wood meets steel, into the back and the hip of Homicide. And it looks like the hip going right into the lower back is where he got it the worst. Count of 2. Homicide sits out. And again, Outlaw staying right on top of him. Again, I have criticized the attitude, but you cannot criticize the in-ring prowess of Mike Outlaw. He is staying right on top of the legend. Homicide back up to his feet. And Outlaw brings him right back down. And again, he's going to force Homicide to fight for each and every breath. He's going to make every time Homicide tries to get air into his lungs a miserable experience. And Outlaw can, I'm not going to say rest in this position because he's utilizing his arms, but there's not a lot of pressure on him. Well, there is when Homicide grabs the hair. As Homicide trying to get back to his feet. He's loosened up out of that chin lock. Outlaw trying to wrench it from that standing position. Oh, he's got those hands. He's got it gripped palm to palm right near the carotid artery in the neck of Homicide. Oh, now Homicide's going to turn it around. Homicide with Outlaw spinning round and round. Outlaw able to stand out of it. Back suplex. And Homicide landed hard. Outlaw rolls over, just puts one arm across Homicide. Count of 2.5. That's not going to do it. There's no way that's going to do it. There was a language warning, was there not? Glory Pro Wrestling is not responsible for the language used by Homicide. Kick to the face by Homicide as Outlaw steps in. Monkey flip into the ring ropes. Outlaw spraying hard back off of them. Homicide is having fun. That's a scary man. It's a scary, scary man. Right hand by Homicide. Going up and over the top on Mike Outlaw. Sends him off. Drop toe hold. Remember, earlier on he ducked early. No such luck that time for Outlaw, who then takes a kick to the jaw. Off the ropes. Homicide. Hip toss. Sends Outlaw down. Outlaw able to kick him away right to the chin. Backing him up into the turnbuckles. Outlaw caught. Exploder. Oh, Outlaw got the elbow down to be able to stop that. Now hooks him into a butterfly position. He's got the double underhooks. Homicide hitting the brakes. Homicide knows the counter and the counter to every counter. Exploder. Outlaw landed on his neck. Count of 2.5.
10 minutes down.
Mike Outlaw able to kick out. Homicide, double unders. Beautiful butterfly suplex over. Count of 1, 2, and 2 3/4. Oh, that was very nearly 3. And I agree with the fans. Don't let up here. Mike Outlaw was Crown of Glory champion for 399 days for a very good reason. Perhaps looking for the ace crusher instead. That twisting elbow off the middle rope, the spring back. Count of 2.5, and Homicide's out. That's exactly why you cannot wait on Mike Outlaw. You've got to go on the attack. If you give him that opening, he will take it. And just like that, Outlaw in control. But Homicide with the jawbreaker. Homicide steps over the former Crown of Glory champion. Outlaw hooks him in, rolling through, into the DDT. Took him a couple of times through, but he got him. He planted him. And again, 2 3/4. And Homicide says no. And I wonder in this matchup, with the size of Mike Outlaw, will it be more expedient if you're Homicide to go for that ace crusher instead of going for the cop killer, the version of the vertebraker? To the outside, Outlaw, second rope, all the way up. Homicide, splits Outlaw over that top rope. And Homicide from the second rope on the inside. looking for a super ace crusher, perhaps. Outlaw trying to fight his way down, going to the body. Headbutt. And Homicide falls flat into the ring. Outlaw all the way up. High risk district. Missed on the way through. Ace crusher. Homicide hit it. Look at the outside leg. That's all. That's not all. 2 9/10. Oh, he got everything on that one. Homicide. Oh, it's being a signal for it here. Rainbuster, perhaps. Stepping up Mike Outlaw. Snap suplex. Oh, he's going to go 3 amigos. There's one. He's got the second. Swivel. Looking for 3. They call it 3 amigos in my neck of the woods. We just call it a hat trick. You got him. Praise to the legend. Upstairs, the inspiration for so many of these wrestlers. The late, great Eddie Guerrero. And now, I wonder if Homicide was thinking about a frog splash. We know he can do it. Oh, Cinco. Cinco's got the leg. Cinco's got the leg of Homicide. Oh, and Mike Outlaw kicked the rope. He kicked the rope. Inside cradle. Got a 1, 2, and a kick out by Homicide. Mike Outlaw taking the shortcut. Get Cinco out of here. Outlaw off the ropes. Tried to step in with the kick. He got caught. Homicide flattens him out to the apron, or to the ring mat, pardon me. Homicide seated on the top rope. Outlaw making his way back to his feet. Tornado DDT. Oh, Outlaw with a beautiful counter to fly him off. Steps through with the kick to the side of the head. Now Mike Outlaw. He'll make his way to the outside. He might be looking Hail to the King. All the way up top. He'll reach to the sky. Fly. Hail to the King. Got a 1, 2, and 3.
15 minutes, 22 seconds. The winner by pinfall, Mike Outlaw.
Mike Outlaw has just defeated a living legend. Oh, we're never going to hear the end of this from Cinco. The former Crown of Glory champion steps in against one of the baddest men that this planet has ever seen walk its earth. And Mike Outlaw walks away the winner. Hail to the King. And there was nothing that Homicide could do once Outlaw came down from that top rope. Cinco assisted, but Mike Outlaw picks up the victory over the legendary, notorious 187. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Mike Outlaw might be calling for a microphone. Cinco raising the hand. A long look to the floor at the legend. What is Mike Outlaw calling for here? He's calling for the referee up onto the apron. And now Outlaw's going to roll to the floor. I'm not sure, there was some sort of conversation going on there, as now Outlaw making his way back up the aisle. And I think the South Broadway Athletic Club a little bit stunned. A former Crown of Glory champion defeats the living legend. chanting for Homicide, as they should. One of the best to ever do it, as he walks back
Our
through the
next
curtains.
contest, set for one fall, is for the United Glory Championship.
Oh, we're just going to get right on to it then, aren't we?
Coming in the ring first, the challengers from Erotic City, USA. They're ranked number 99 in Pro Wrestling Illustrated's top 100 tag teams of 2022. Philly C, Marino T, the Philly and Marino Experience.
The Philly Marino Experience. The big man, Philly C, that's Philly Collins. His partner with the wild hair, that's Marino T, Marino Tenaglia. I've known these guys since they debuted as a team back in 2016. And they are as electric as they look right now in the ring. This is not a character, folks. This is what these two are like all the time. Boy, Marino Tenaglia looks in tremendous shape, too. Billy Collins, the heavy hitter, along with him. They beat the Premier back at Anniversary 6 to groove their way on into this United Glory tag title opportunity, where they are going to face, under Freebird rule, the Hustle and the Muscle, as Rohit Raju and Karam have found a way to take one of those title belts away from Xavier Walker, and they'll defend them as the pair tonight. And of course, Rohit Raju would be nothing without an entrance. A monster behind him.
Their opponents. First, his mother calls him son because he shines like one. Rohit Raju and his tag team partner from Detroit, Michigan. This is Carl. Together, they are the United Glory Tag Team Champions, the Hustle and the Muscle.
Second time the Hustle and the Muscle have held the United Glory Tag Team titles, but both times they have won the belts, it has been Karam and Xavier Walker that delivered the titles to this trio. No more Xavier Walker. It's Rohit Raju who steps in to take one half of the gold into this contest. And that poses obvious differences. Rohit Raju has the veteran experience. He has more experience than the other three men in this contest combined. Meanwhile, Karam will no doubt now be the size and strength of this team, while Rohit Raju will bring the speed and the athleticism. It's a tremendous combination. It's different from what it was, but it's no less dangerous. On the other side, Philly Collins will bring the size and strength for PME, and Marino Tenaglia, the athleticism and an aerial ability that could catch the Hustle and the Muscle by surprise in this contest. The only thing is, if you're the Philly Marino Experience, I don't think you want to challenge the Hustle and the Muscle to a dance-off. Rohit Raju can move. You got to give that to him. He's got some style. Rohit Raju and Marino Tenaglia will start this contest. One fall, the United Glory Tag Team titles on the line. And it'll be collar and elbow tie-up. Hustle and the Muscle. Again, Karam and Walker took those titles in a three-way contest off of then-champions Grindhouse, Davey Vega, and Anakin Murphy. Second reign for the Hustle and the Muscle. And Marino Tenaglia is getting a move on early. Hammerlock on the go behind. Taken right back by Rohit Raju into the side headlock. Marino Tenaglia and Philly Collins, again, have been teaming together since 2016. They hold the advantage in tag team history in this contest as a trip from Rohit Raju doesn't get much, and then a roll up from behind by Marino. That won't get more. Off the ropes, crisscross, Marino ducked under by Rohit. Again, duck under by Marino this time. And a leg sweep by Rohit Raju takes Marino Tenaglia to the mat. And that's what I was saying earlier. It's a different composition for the hustle and the muscle. There will be more speed and agility with Rohit Raju along with Karam. Yes, you sacrifice size and strength of no longer having Xavier Walker as part of this group. But Rohit Raju also brings that veteran presence, and there just isn't a whole lot that can make up for that. As Marino Tenaglia gets spiked down to the ground. Rohit over the top. Marino crisscross. Catches him with a foot. Marino back up to his feet. Go back into the corner. Tag made, and the big fella comes in. Billy Collins, who's gotten a haircut from the last time I saw him. Karam will make the tag, and this is where this contest gets really interesting. Billy Collins and Karam. And Billy Collins, he's just getting warmed up, baby. The big man can shake and groove. Underneath goes Philly to the body and then up and over the top with the right hand. Oh, Karam trying to put the good times to an end. He is ridiculously strong, tossing Philly C into the buckets. And then an overhand chop to the chest. Whoa, boy, that rocked him. Karam steps back across the ring. He'll charge in. Boots come up from Philly. Off the ropes, duck underneath. Collins a second time goes under, and Karam catches him with the shoulder block. It's not often in a match that Billy Collins is going to find himself in a position where he might want to stick and move, but he may have to in this one. There's no doubt that Karam is the strongest of the four men in the contest. A couple of knife edge chops lighting up the chest of Billy Collins. Looking over the top, perhaps. Oh, wait a minute. Did he just take some of the chest hair off of Philly Collins? That's horrible. Underneath goes Philly. Jawbreaker lands. Pops him downstairs. Then over the top with a right. Philly Collins off the ropes. Charges in. Caught by Karam. And he's planted down to the canvas. I think Marino Tenaglia went for the tag. I don't know that he got it. Oh, I don't believe that he did. He's being told he has to stay to the outside. Karam pushes Billy Collins into the ropes and hammers down with that overhand chop. Karam's going to hoist him back up. Billy off the ropes. Ducks underneath the lariat by Karam. Charges in. That time Marino got him. And it's a drop kick to the back of his own partner to land hard on Karam. Marino, wheelbarrow from Philly, and drops him into the back senton. And a back senton from Philly Collins. Great teamwork. Count 1, 2. And that's all he'll get as Karam able to kick out. There's that tag team continuity I was referring to earlier. Having teamed together for 7 years, these two know each other like the back of their hand. Billy Collins setting both the champions up. Double sliced bread from the big guy. And the Philly Marino experience is rolling right now. On the outside of the ring, Rohit Raju and Karam trying to collect themselves. The tag into Marino Tenaglia made all the difference. Tag team specialists are Philly and Marino. They just understand how to use those tag maneuvers to their finest, to their most effective, and that earned themselves a bit of an advantage there, though now that advantage has been erased as Marino Tenaglia stuck in the corner against Karam, and he'll come out firing with the right hand. Karam tosses him back in. Back elbow lands on Rohit Raju. Oh, Rohit captured him in the corner. He kept hold of that arm of Marino Tenaglia. And now over the top, those chops from Karam rain in, trying to cave in the chest of Marino. Snap suplex by Karam. Count of 1, 2, and that's all as Marino able to get the shoulder up. Back to his feet, Marino shot into the buckles. Tag from Karam to Rohit Raju. Rohit sent in for the forearm, and then the sidewalk slam from Karam. Great tag continuity there. Count of 2, and Marino's able to kick out. But Marino's going to need to get over to tag partner Philly Collins. Rear chin lock laid in by Rohit Raju. Marino Tenaglia goes to the body. Rohit, almost a clinch to get the knee in, then sent Marino to the ropes where he caught a back elbow stepping in. Marino over the top, slides through and tags Philly Collins. Philly comes right back in, series of shots downstairs. Sends Rohit off, reversal. Spinning wheel kick. Philly Collins lands a beauty. Karam steps in, headbutt. Philly C takes a step back. Double thrust to the throat, boot from Karam. Forearm from Rohit into the clothesline from Karam. Boy, for a team that has not been in tag matches together that much, these two do have a lot of continuity together. And again, a count of 2 for the champions. As Rohit plays to the crowd a little bit. And yeah, he is having a good time just at the moment by giving a hard time to the fans in St. Louis, and then a stomp down on Philly Collins. And putting the bad mouth on the Philly Marino experience right now is Rohit Raju. Keep in mind, the Philly Marino experience, no stranger to tag team gold. They've held the AIW tag team titles on 3 separate occasions, amongst numerous others. Vertical suplex, glance Rohit Raju from Philly Collins. Karam steps over and sends Marino off the ring apron. And now the hustle and the muscle looking for the double team, and somehow it's Marino Tenaglia who's getting the hard time from our official. What is this all about? Hey, you got to get Marino out of there, but you got to get one of these two out as well. And now Karam standing over top of Philly Collins. And now Karam trying to play an intimidation factor, and that's allowing Rohit Raju to stand down on the back of the neck of Philly C. And the Philly Marino experience in trouble right now. Overhand chop by Karam. Now choking down on Philly Collins as Rohit will take over to strangle away. Karam using the mask to not allow our official to see around him. That is fair, though. If Karam walked in front of you, you would probably block out the stun. Philly Collins, right hands over the top, lands the right forearm, gonna back Karam up, drives through with a knee, that back Karam away, but is it gonna be enough to get over to Marino Tenaglia? Rohit Raju steps in, Marino caught him. Marino caught him, is it gonna be enough? Karam grabs the ankle, Philly trying to roll his way loose, back up onto his foot, steps in, oh, Karam. Oh, Karam gets reversed, no drop.
2 minutes down.
Karam down, Rohit down. Philly, you gotta find a way to make your way over. Marino waiting to get into this matchup, and he's gonna come in. House of Fire, Marino Tenaglia gets the tag. Rohit crashes into his own partner as Marino gets out of the way. Little do-si-do, second rope on the inside. Will cannonball his way out. Tenaglia flies in. Popped up and over the top by Karam. Steps through with a kick onto Rohit Raju. Oh, look out, Karam. Duck underneath, second duck. Marino crosses him up, boots him to the side of the head. Marino Tenaglia from the top rope, dives his way in. Blockbuster! Look at the inside leg, got one, new champions, no! No, I thought right there, the Philly Marino experience, we're about to pull the upset. Marino Tenaglia, tag over to Philly Collins. What have these two got in the playbook? As Philly pulling Karam back up to his feet. Oh, knife edge chop from Karam. That'll stop the thought process. Marino caught himself on the outside. Karam trying to set up Philly Collins. Marino still standing on the ring apron. It'll pay off right here with the right hand. Boot downstairs. Philly Collins almost got into the DDT. That could be all. That could be all. Look at the outside leg. Down to 1-2. No, Rohit Raju in to break it up. Oh, I thought for sure right there we had new United Glory Tag Team Champions. It was trending for it. It looked like it, but just not quite enough on that occasion. Now Philly Collins will fight his way back to his feet along with Karam. And they'll exchange from a standing position. Karam, knife edge chop. Over the top goes Philly Collins. Back and forth, firing away. Chop for chop. Karam clubs him over the top with the forearm. That'll drop Philly Collins down to his knees and fires Marino Tenaglia off the ring apron. Karam again setting things up for, Rohit Raju flew out into the aisleway to take out Marino. Karam gets the double stomp from Rohit. That sends Philly down. Got a 1, 2, and Marino saves the day. Marino Tenaglia trying to bring his partner back to life here. Dragging Philly Collins over to their corner. And he'll get the tag. Marino Tenaglia back in. Crowd loves PME. Beautiful enziguri style kick from Marino Tenaglia. Off the ropes he goes. He'll hang on. Pulls the top rope down. Karam to the floor. Rohit now 1 against 2. Rohit sent off to the ropes. Popped up. Oh, Karam's right back in. Karam tosses Marino off the ropes and then a northern lariat to the back. Leaping flatliner landed by Rohit. And now trouble afoot for PME. Rising knee from Rohit Raju. Into that double choke slam. And, wait a minute. I know that music. Look out to the aisleway. I think big money's on his way. And Rohit gets Karam out of the ring. Karam waiting. And it's from the backside. It's from the backside. Big Flexi. Oh, Rohit, don't turn around. Rohit turns, and it's the right hand! The knockout punch from Big Money! Xavier Walker, he's gonna drag Marino Tenaglia on top of Rohit Raju! The official's back in! 2, 3, 2! They did it! They did it! They did it! It's new United Glory Tag Team Champions!
14 minutes, 49 seconds. Your winner by pinfall and new United Glory Tag Team Champions, the Philly and Marino Experience!
Oh yeah! I love it! Marino Tenaglia and Philly Collins, the Philly Marino Experience! party's on in Glory Pro Wrestling. This means more PME, more Phil Collins. This is fantastic. This is the best thing that could have happened in Glory Pro Wrestling. I just wish I could get in the ring and groove with these guys. Oh yeah, the hustle and the muscle. I love to see that. Frowns on the faces. They got outsported. Xavier Walker steps in, and all the backstabbing and outside interference and the nonsense that went on around here for months comes crashing to a close as Xavier Walker gives it right back to them. And even better yet, we get more of these guys. PME are the tag team champions in Glory Pro Wrestling. I'm still dancing. The party's on, boys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our next contest is presented by Rock and Roll Fables. For all media lovers, still and moving pictures and music, visit rockandrollfables.com.
All right, well, from the party, I'm gonna have to collect myself here. That was fantastic. As we are going to go three-way action.
Is a three-way bout set for one fall. Coming to the ring first from the wasteland, the non-binary nightmare, Max the Impaler.
Well, let's call it right off the bat. Here's the favorite in this contest. Max the Impaler stepping back into the Glory Pro ring. Now, this was originally supposed to be a tag team match with Max's partner, Heidi Howitzer. Heidi unable to compete, and Max essentially said, bring me anyone. So it went from a tag match into the two ladies who were supposed to team up against Max and Heidi, Shazza, McKenzie, and Laynie Luck, will now be the other two competitors in this matchup. But I got to imagine, as it rolls along, there's going to be a lot of need for tag team efforts from Shazza and Laynie.
Originally from Sydney, Australia, now residing in St. Louis, Missouri. The Heartbreak Core, Shazza McKenzie.
I am very much hoping that Shazza's new residence in St. Louis, Missouri means we are going to see a lot more of her in Glory Pro Wrestling. An outstanding athlete, originally from Sydney, New South Wales, Australia. And Shazza McKenzie is a dynamic competitor that can get it done both as a single or in a tag team situation. Now, she thought it was going to be one this evening, and it turned out to be the other. And her, well, almost tag team partner was going to round out the three. Laynie Luck, who since arriving in Glory Pro has set the fan base on fire. Everybody loves the Party Unicorn.
The final participant, hailing from Texas, residing in Chicago, she is two-time Laynie Luck, the Wild Unicorn.
Laynie Luck steps in between the ropes, and she's going to get a long look at Max here momentarily. Yeah, I would do the same thing. Well, what we've seen from Laynie in the past, and we've seen a lot of Laynie in Glory Pro, she is a lot stronger than what I think she gets credit for. Athletically gifted, range speed, but Laynie Luck has a lot of power moves in the arsenal that she can pull out at a moment's notice. The problem here is going to be against Max the Impaler. Both Laynie and Shazza are giving up size and strength in this matchup, and Good Lord. Even the official is frightened. All right, Laynie and Shazza with the double team. And again, they were set to be tag partners in this matchup. So I don't blame them for working in a tag team scenario here, but, well, that's Max. And Max is going to hoist both up. Oh, that's just scary. Double back suplex on both Shazza and McKenzie, and Laynie Luck. And Max is on the floor. Hammering down to the back of Shazza. She has picked the first victim. And it's Max getting run to the post by Shazza. Now Laynie with a kick, and Max goes down. Off the ring apron. Shazza's gonna roll Laynie back in. And with Max down, it'll be Laynie and Shazza with a little bit of one-on-one action here. Laynie rolls over the top. Hip toss takeover. Arm drag takeover. Underneath, pulling through there was Shazza, kept a hold of the wrist. Over the top goes Laynie, lands on her feet, works to the corner. Shazza pops her up over the top, block, overhand chop. Laynie steps back in, second rope. Beautiful arm drag there. Laynie with the drop kick, Shazza down. Laynie flattens Shazza out, chance here with Max on the outside. Just a count of one. Laynie backs Shazza up, sends her to the buckles with a little bit of force, runs in with the European uppercut, and then look out! Now you want to talk about worst case scenario. Goodness, Max the Impaler came flying in and hammered them both in the corner. Now Max will step over at Shazza, and she's going to do everything she can to work away at Max, and yeah, that's about what I figured was going to happen. Max the Impaler is such an imposing figure that they will no doubt be a problem for both Laynie and Shazza in this matchup. And knockout shot with the forearm from Max. Up to the shoulders goes Shazza. Non-binary nightmare. And you can see why. Max senton. Really nicely done by Max, and then Laynie in to break the pinfall attempt up. The only problem is that puts Laynie in the crosshairs of Max. Off the rope goes Laynie. And Max taking a page out of Jake Something's playbook, stepping right in. You can hear Max the Impaler growl. And the fans actually getting behind Max the Impaler. It's hard not to in this situation because Max the Impaler is such a different kind of athlete. They are so impressive. Not just from a physical standpoint, but from an athletic standpoint as well. Max charges, Laynie's out of the way. Rolls up over Max's back, trying for the German suplex. Max hangs onto the ropes, and Max isn't going anywhere. Max don't want to go. So Laynie brings Max over toward Shazza, and Shazza tried the crossbody. That doesn't work. Max with a scoop slam. Ow! Max the Impaler is just running roughshod over this matchup. Laynie Luck with the drop toe hold. Max slammed into the canvas hard. Shazza pulls Max through in between the second and bottom rope. Shazza going to the body with the kicks. Shazza might need a little bit of help with this. Yeah, that'll do it. Laynie steps in with a knee. Now Laynie steps over the top. Lands the senton. Shazza steps back through with a DDT. Shazza pulls Laynie out of the corner. Gets her away from the ropes for a count of 2.5. And Shazza figures she's got to get something done before that happens. It's been in fits and starts for Shazza McKenzie and Laynie Luck. They can get chances on one another for a pinfall until Max gets back onto their feet. The back elbow lands. Laynie She can strike with West. Shotgun drop kick. Max doesn't go down. Shazza splits into the cutter. Max doesn't go down. Ace crusher from the second rope. That one takes Max down. And again, now Shazza and Laynie one-on-one. Go behind from Laynie. A roll up, count of two. Max, Shazza in one.
5 minutes, 41 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Laynie Luck.
Oh, Laynie Luck. You gotta qualify this one as an upset. Max the Impaler, a dominant force in this matchup. McKenzie, who was not happy that Laynie got her with that roll-up from the backside, goes right after her on the floor. As Max is walking her way back up the aisleway, and I think Max is just going to let them fight it out. And it looks like Shazza is attempting to leave Laynie in a heap. And she sends her into the guardrail. We've had a couple of angry Aussies on this show. As Laynie Luck, after picking up a tremendous victory, is laid out in the aisleway, and she's going to need some help. In the end, she picks up a major victory, and I imagine she is not going to be done with, there you see Laynie with a smile even still as she'll make her way to the back. I imagine we've not seen the end
It's time for
of
the
that
50-50.
confrontation.
While we're getting the 50-50 ready, I want to remind you that on April 30th, wrestling returns to the pageant for the third time. Get your tickets at Ticketmaster or at the pageant box office. We can't wait to see you. May 21st, we're back here at the SBAC, and you can reserve a seat with this man right here, Corey, at the front table on your way out. 4 front rows left for May 21. Okay, here's the 50-50 number. 008-0870. Once again, 008-0870. I see no exclamations. I see no one making a claim. All right, one more time. Here we go. 008-0870. Okay. Come on up. Let's meet. We'll meet halfway. What do you want? All right. I know someone is claiming it, so we'll wait for you. Over here by the wrestler entrance. May 21, wrestling returns to the South Broadway Athletic Club with Glory Pro Wrestling. And April 30th, before that, next time we are at the pageant. One of the biggest events of the year. You do not want to miss it. All right. 008. That's it. That's the winner. Thank you very much. Thanks for playing, everyone.
One match left here on Fight. Cleared to engage. It all comes down to this. Best friends to do battle. Kenny Alfonso
ladies and
challenges
gentlemen,
Camaro Jackson
now
in the band.
here at Glory Pro Wrestling and DB Sports Bar, cleared to engage. It's time for what you came to see. The main event of the evening, presented by Smack Talk Showdown. It's game night, and Smack Talk isn't just encouraged, it's mandatory, now shipping at smacktalkshowdown.com. Ladies and gentlemen, this contest is for the Crown of Glory Championship.
Showtime.
Alpha Omega. About to square off. First man out will be the challenger. Kenny Alfonso, the aerial artist, holding up the briefcase that signifies he is the #1 contender for his best friend's championship. There's no feeling of animosity here. This is not a hatred between two former partners. This is still two best friends that are set up to do battle. And oh, is this one going to be fun. Kenny Alfonso earned that opportunity, winning a four-way match to take the briefcase and challenge for the Crown of Glory Championship as he'll slide his way into the ring. Alfonso has to have a little bit of conflicted emotions, as he's alluded to when he's talked about this. The 7-year pro started at the same time as his best friend and regular tag team partner. The highlight of Kenny Alfonso's career outside of Glory Pro Wrestling has been holding the PGP Tag Team Championships as one half of Alpha Omega with Camaro Jackson. Can he step out tonight and become the 10th Crown of Glory champion? That will be the question. And the man that he'll have to go through and attempt to do it has held championships all over the United States, but the one that has meant the most to him is the one that he wears around his waist into this matchup tonight. The Crown of Glory Championship in his home of St. Louis. He signifies the very best of professional wrestling. Camaro Jackson is a special athlete, combining athleticism and power, speed and skill. He's proven that there is no one better in his 4 defenses since winning that title from Mike Outlaw. He's held the Crown of Glory for 183 days walking into this contest. The 7-year veteran certainly has emotions about this matchup as he takes a long look at his best friend across the ring. When the bell rings, it's all business. It's champion and challenger. As the Quadfather ascends the ropes and displays his title proudly. This is as big as it comes in Glory Pro Wrestling. This is homegrown talent fighting over the richest prize. The briefcase to be cashed in. The title to be put on the line. And they have a long look at one another. The title belt handed off to our official Adam Kennedy. Ben, it's all yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Glory Pro main event is set for one fall with a 30-minute limit. It is for the Crown of Glory Championship. Your referee is Adam Kennedy. Introducing first, to my right, by way of winning the Grandel Wrestling Cash-Out Ladder Match, he is the challenger this evening from Kansas City, Missouri, weighing 171 pounds. He is second to none, Kenny Alfonso.
He has a chance to prove that second to none moniker here tonight. Can he do it against his best friend?
Opponent, from U-City, USA, weighing 265 pounds, he is the defending Crown of Glory champion, the Quadfather, Camaro Jackson.
Buckle up as Camaro Jackson signifies the stakes by laying that title down in the center of the ring. Kenny Alfonso lays the briefcase down, and I'm glad Ben corrected me. I had my notes that Kenny Alfonso won the 4-way match at Anniversary 6. It was at the Grand L in the cash-out ladder match that he earned the briefcase for this championship title opportunity. Adam Kennedy displays that title one more time. Kenny Alfonso on the far side, wearing the black trimmed with the white and red. Camaro Jackson in the blue trimmed with the white and gold. The bell rings. We're underway. And Kenny Alfonso steps to the center of the ring and offers his hand. Camaro Jackson gives him the cold shoulder and steps to the opposite corner. As if you needed another notice that when the bell rings, things change. Kenny Alfonso is one of the nicest men in professional wrestling. Can he turn that off for long enough to go through that scowl? The fans clap with anticipation. They step around one another. It's a collar and elbow tie-up, and Camaro Jackson immediately wins the test of strength. Size and strength in this matchup no doubt goes the way of the champion. The speed, the athleticism, and the aerial ability goes the way of the challenger. And Camaro Jackson is challenging his best friend to step to the center of the ring and give him a fight. Kenny Alfonso circles. And Alfonso with the goal behind. Rear waist lock. Camaro Jackson gets the hands in there to break it up. Standing switch. Rear waist lock now for Jackson. Hands broken on the grip. Standing switch twice and a third. And a fourth. Camaro Jackson sends Kenny Alfonso down to the canvas. And he hit hard. The side of his head made contact with the mat. And there you heard it from Camaro Jackson. He wants Kenny Alfonso to fight him. Alfonso up to his feet. Almost as if thinking about it. Thinking about all that these two have done together. Dives into the side headlock and sends Camaro Jackson off. Knock under and then over the top goes Alfonso. They both hit the ropes. Oh, Jackson thought about finishing it right there with a lariat. Alfonso a step ahead of him. Went for the kick and Jackson gets back out of the way. These two will know one another better than they know themselves. And Camaro Jackson with a shove to Kenny Alfonso. The plan of the champion seems clear. He's trying to get under the skin of the challenger. Overhand chop by Alfonso. And this is dragging Kenny Alfonso exactly into where Camaro Jackson wants him. He would love a strike fest. Alfonso ducks underneath, walks him into the rope. Wow. The athleticism is superb. Back elbow lands from Alfonso. He'll pop up onto the shoulders of Camaro Jackson. Victory roll attempt. He gets Jackson over. He steps up, lands the splash. Look at the outside leg, just a count of one. And maybe his Camaro Jackson barked up the wrong tree. He asked for a fight, and Kenny Alfonso is bringing it to him as only he can. Double axe handle down to the back. And now Alfonso, and this is the smart strategy. He's going to chop the legs, chop those big old tree trunks of the quad father. Jackson, out of the way is Alfonso. There's the speed advantage, and right back to the thighs. If you take away that power base of Camaro Jackson, you take away the base for his entire style, his entire arsenal is based on that incredible base of strength. Jackson rocking back. Alfonso gets him through, has the shoulders down. 2.5. Oh, Alfonso with a bicycle kick. Oh, did that land? Don't waste time, Kenny. Alfonso hits the ropes. Handspring. Jackson not coming, and he just about pounced him into Kansas. Whoa! Kenny Alfonso on the floor. I think Monty Brown just said that's a little much. as Camaro Jackson goes stalking after Kenny Alfonso on the outside. Alfonso in trouble as the power move landed inside the ring. And he takes the knife edge chop on the outside of the ring. And now watch the difference. Camaro Jackson is going to slow this match down. He wants Kenny Alfonso to feel every little bit of this. Back over the guardrail. And another chop lands. The fans loving it. Camaro Jackson rolling Kenny Alfonso back into the ring. Well, you see the look in the eyes of Kenny Alfonso as we pass 5 minutes of this championship match. And again, kick to the quad. Kenny Alfonso is trying to chop Camaro Jackson down. Jackson pulls Alfonso back to his feet. Right hand pops, right forearm, and another. Backing Camaro Jackson into the corner. And now he'll rein them in there. Jackson's head rocking as Alfonso climbs to the second rope on the inside and hammers down. And the crowd counts along with the challenger. Alfonso hops back down, putting a storm onto Camaro Jackson. Alfonso ducks under. Jackson hits the brakes. And again, Jackson won't go. Alfonso sliding stop at the bottom buckle. Jackson charges. Kick lands from Kenny Alfonso to the outside. Alfonso dives back in. There's the strength. Jackson caught him, ducks the head in. Suplex, and he's going to hold Alfonso way, way up. All the blood rushing to the head of the challenger. As the Godfather spots and drops. Laying Alfonso out, hook at the outside leg, count of 2. And that's all he'll get. Kenny Alfonso laying out over the bottom rope as Camaro Jackson questions Adam Kennedy. Kennedy affirms it was a 2. Jackson still looks spry on the legs, despite some of the punishment that Alfonso has put to the quads. And it's Alfonso getting decked back into the buckets. Jackson spins him around to face it. The champion back in control. Alfonso tries downstairs and then just caved in the challenger's chest. That was high impact. And Kenny Alfonso is in trouble. Look at the way Alfonso's trying to get up. Look at the legs. They're not all there just at the moment. That chop rocked it. Yeah, and I think Kenny just tried to go for a right hand and he sort of fell out of it. And again. The second one might have woken him up a little bit. I almost wonder if Kenny hit the back of his head on the ring mat the first time, because it looks like it did wake him up, and he's asking for it. This would be a negative career decision. Oh my. Camaro Jackson might have just awoken the beast that he wanted from the start of this match as Kenny Alfonso starts to rein him in. Jackson ducks the kick, ducks the second time, fires Kenny off to the buckles, charges in. Alfonso catches him with that back elbow. Jackson charges once more. Alfonso out of the way, rises up with the knee and caught him right on the button. There is suddenly a different look in the eyes of Kenny Alfonso, who has a look at his partner, his best friend, around the side of the ring. Oh, he tried to slide his way through. Jackson caught him. Alfonso uses the ropes to his advantage. Kick to the side of Camaro Jackson's head. Elevates, second rope on the outside. Flies back down onto the apron. Up and over the top. Jackson turns. Alfonso sets up with the guardrail. Alfonso out of the way. Jackson hit hard. playing a bit of a matador right now is Kenny Alfonso. He's just trying to be outside of wherever Jackson charges. Kenny Alfonso is going to stand on the guardrail and snap Jackson over. In a big match, you gotta go for it. And that's what Kenny Alfonso is showing right now. Jackson rolled back into the ring. Alfonso getting the crowd behind him. This has got to be tough on the St. Louis crowd. They adore both of these men. Alfonso steps in. Code Red. He got him. Packaged him up. Down to 2 3/4. Oh my.
10 minutes elapsed in the match. 10 minutes down.
Adam Kennedy's fingertips could almost feel the ring mat. That was so close. As you heard Ben say, 10 minutes have gone by in this matchup. Kenny Alfonso, the challenger, has turned it on its head. He is now in control. As he steps to the outside and goes all the way up top. He can do so much damage from this spot. Tries to fly in. Jackson rolls out of the way. He knew what was coming. Jackson with the boom. Sit out power slam. Got a 1, 2, and a half. And Kenny Alfonso's out. That might have been better than a half. Again, almost 3. That's the second time that the shadow of Adam Kennedy's hand has almost disappeared from the ring mat, and the match is almost ended. As Jackson charges, super kick lands from Alfonso. That's what Alfonso have to watch for. He came charging for the lariat. Alfonso countered it, and now counters him to the outside. Steps through with the boot. Alfonso steps back in. Stepping through with a code breaker. Hook of the inside leg. Down to 2. And again, ever so close. And this time it's Kenny Alfonso in disbelief. Camaro Jackson, he's not going to give up easily. These two are going to have to empty the arsenal. The title is cleared to engage, and this match isn't going to be over until every missile is gone from the wing and every bullet is gone from the chamber. Oh my goodness gracious. Camaro Jackson trying to cave in the chest of Kenny Alfonso to stop him and seat him on the top rope. Jackson all the way up. He's got a superplex that'd make Barry Windham proud. And he's going to give it right here. That is the chef's kiss of execution of a superplex. But Camaro Jackson not able to follow up. Now he'll drag himself over, lays an arm across. Alfonso rolls the shoulder. After the onslaught that Kenny Alfonso had brought to Camaro Jackson, there just wasn't quite enough in the tank for the champion to get over on top and complete the 3 count. Both these men have been less than a half a second away on multiple occasions. Oh, right forearm, and then putting the bad mouth onto Kenny Alfonso is Camaro Jackson. I'm not sure if he's really bad-mouthing him or just motivating him to continue this fight. Forearm. And a forearm from Alfonso. And now both men rise to their feet. And a knife-edge chop, and Alfonso won't budge. And a kick to the chest. It just about crossed up Jackson's eyes, but he won't go down. Neither will Alfonso for the chop, or Jackson for the forearm, or Alfonso from the uppercut. Both men staying on their feet in this war. Alfonso misses over top with the right, so does Jackson. Oh, they'll both catch one another. Alfonso ends up on the seat of his pants. Jackson backed up into the buckles. Again, they know each other so well. They read each other perfectly, then both went for a counter strike and both caught each other. Jackson collects himself. He sheds the elbow pad. That can only mean one thing. The lariat is on its way. Alfonso stands. Jackson charges. Head kick. Jackson stays up. Back kick. That one was on the chin. Alfonso. Handspring off the ropes. Into the cutter. He got him. He got him. To the outside. Kenny Alfonso is going to ascend all the way up to the top turnbuckle. Alfonso will take flight. Double stomp. Double stomp. That could be all. He'll hook the leg. He'll lean back. 2 9/10. Oh, I can't believe this. What a matchup. Kenny Alfonso and Camaro Jackson testing each other's limits. And now it's the champion who has to find a way to rebound. Kenny Alfonso stalking his prey here. He's stalking the champion. He can feel that gold coming around his waist. He'll hook in. No, Jackson knew what was coming and didn't let it fly. Alfonso again, springboard. And Jackson hammered him. Forearm to the back of the neck as he came off the ropes. Count of 1, 2, and 3.
16 and still the Crown of Glory champion, the Quad Father, Camaro Jackson.
It came down to Camaro Jackson being a slight step ahead of Kenny Alfonso. He knew what was coming next, and he stepped in and hammered to the back of the neck with that forearm. It caught Kenny Alfonso off guard, and it rocked him just enough to leave him out for the 3. Camaro Jackson retains the Crown of Glory. It's 5 successful defenses. The reign carries on. But this one meant a whole lot more as he goes over to his best friend, his tag team partner. Kenny Alfonso laid out under the ring rope to the point where Camaro Jackson left the belt behind. Oh no, no, not in this moment. Not in this moment, you vulture. As Mike Outlaw steps into the ring to stomp down on Camaro Jackson. Mike Outlaw wants that belt back in the worst way. Oh, Kenny Alfonso is up behind him, and he's not going to have any of this. Alfonso with the right, and again, another forearms, raining in on Mike Outlaw. Oh, Outlaw cuts him off. These two have just been through a battle. Outlaw's been waiting in the back to pounce. Outlaw, turn, Jackson, oh no, oh no, oh no! He just hammered Kenny Alfonso with the lariat. And Mike Outlaw has left the ring with the Crown of Glory title in his hands. Somebody's got to get that belt from him. That does not belong to Mike Outlaw. He's had his opportunities. Camaro Jackson has proven to be the better man twice when they've met one-on-one. And Kenny Alfonso just got run over by that lariat. Oh, thank goodness, Alfonso. Back to a seated position. And yeah, he's questioning Camaro Jackson right now as Outlaw slides that belt back in. And Jackson said, I didn't mean to do it. I was trying to take out Outlaw. And Alfonso, oh, no, no, no. This is not what you wanted to see. After the battle between these two incredible friends, these great tag team partners. No, no, no. Kenny, come on, come on. That was not intentional. That was not intentional. Camaro Jackson is upset. And right now the belt almost seems secondary. As Jackson sits in the corner of the ring. And Mike Outlaw, what is he still doing out there? Somebody get him and Cinco out of here. We need to have things sorted out between Alfonso and Jackson. We don't need any more of this vulture. Get him to the back. Outlaw being walked up the ramp. And is he saying you can't trust him to Kenny Alfonso? As if he could trust Mike Outlaw. And Alfonso, who just put on an incredible performance, walks up the aisleway. Oh, there's going to have to be some fences mended as we are on the road to Live at the Pageant 3. Camaro Jackson will enter as the Crown of Glory champion. But what is the future for he and Kenny Alfonso? That is a conflicted Crown of Glory champion. The end of this story has not yet been written, but for tonight, it has. Camaro Jackson retains the gold. He'll exit the Crown of Glory champion and enter the pageant with it on April the 30th. Join us then for Glory Pro Wrestling. I'm Reed Duffy. Thanks for being along for the ride at Cleared to Engage.
And still, ladies and gentlemen, Camaro Jackson retains. We will see you on April 30th at the pageant. Don't wait. Get your tickets online or at the box office at the pageant. May 21, we'll be back here at South Broadway. You can reserve your seats unofficially, and you'll get a ticket when they're on sale. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you at DB Sports Bar for the official after party of Cleared to Engage. For Glory Pro Wrestling, my name is Ben Simon. So long from the Show Me State. Please drive safely. Good night.